Okay guys, I want to set up what you're getting ready to watch. This is actually was intended to be the first episode of Midwest Anxiety Daily. And it was filmed on April 13th. But what you're getting ready to see, I just did not feel comfortable. I did not feel comfortable with how the filming went and just some of the things that I said. And I just had a lot of self-doubt in my mind. And to be honest with you, over time, I've had a lot of self-doubt in doing this filming. And so part of why I'm telling you this up front as you're going to watch this is I just want to be totally transparent with you, partly because I just want to help normalize how difficult it is sometimes to put yourself in front of other people for them to potentially judge you, and how that can have negative effects on you. It certainly has me many times, right? But to push yourself through that, to keep pushing yourself through that. So the next day, you saw episode 1 on April 14th, right? So on April 13th, I filmed what you're getting ready to see. And that night I was like, that's just not good. You said some weird things. You did some weird things. You can't put that out, Randy. You can't put that out. And over these last several days, I've kept thinking about that. And I was like, yeah, you could just put that in the archive. You could just put it in the archive. But that's really not going to benefit you. And just think about if you were able to speak to how you just had concerns about that and you had your own self-doubt, how others may be inspired by them being able to put something out that they're uncomfortable with. For you to put yourself out there, even though you might be uncomfortable, for you just to be you and to be comfortable with that and keep going into those situations and those things that you're uncomfortable and just keep pushing through that. So here I am today, wanting to show you what I was uncomfortable with. And just in the past several days, I've worked through it and actually come on the other side of it. But it's taken me several days to be able to give myself that positive affirmation and that self-acceptance. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy. I would love to know what you think about it.
This struggle got purpose and we grow. So whatever road we have to take next, all I need to know is that we'll roll with the punches.
Good morning, guys. Hey, how are you? It is April 13th, 2020. And I'm starting a new show today. Starting a new show. Midwest Anxiety Daily. Midwest Anxiety Daily. For all you OGs, for all of you that have followed along for the past several years, you know I've done the Ask Midwest Anxiety show, and it's been off and on. Have taken a break from it most recently, just because I don't think the format is... I'm headed to Monarch Coffee this morning. I'm headed to Monarch Coffee, one of my favorite coffee shops, and we're gonna get some coffee. We're gonna tailgate, do some paperwork, do some client phone calls, do all that stuff. You guys are gonna ride along. Welcome to Midwest Anxiety Daily. You guys sit back, put on your seatbelts, and enjoy that ride. Got my coffee. It's cold outside this morning, guys. It's I don't know, what's the temperature outside? Let's see. 34 degrees right now, and it's windy. So tailgating's in the back of the car this morning. Looking forward to it being warmer, and we'll tailgate outside. Got my chair. I got all kinds of stuff here. Let's see the camera here. I don't know. We'll turn it here. You guys stay with me. Can you see? I got a chair there. I got all kinds of stuff in the back of the car. Ready for that warmer weather. But for now, we're just going to tailgate in the back of the car. I got some coffee from Monarch and supporting our local businesses. And about something getting real. This might go a little deep, guys. This may go a little bit deep. We'll see how this goes. Here we go, going live on Facebook. Good morning, Facebook. Hey, how are you? Let's see, what is this? Monday, April 13th. Hope your Easter was well. I am in the back of the car again. If you guys have seen some of my posts in the last several days, you may know that in the morning time, I love getting out in our community and supporting our community, and just not only supporting our community, but just soaking in those positive community vibes. And since we are a month into this stay-at-home order with coronavirus, COVID-19, not able to go into places in the community, but you better believe I'm still getting out in the community in the morning. In the past, I've loved just going and sitting in coffee shops or restaurants and just doing all it takes to run Midwest Anxiety just on a day-to-day basis, and all that it takes clinically, just seeing clients. But because I can't do that, I have decided to support our community from the back of my car, tailgating style. But this morning, it's cold outside. It's cold, and can't do that. So I'm hunkered down in the back of the car. I got my Cliff Bar here, and I got some, let's see if I can show you, some Monarch coffee. I'm at Monarch Coffee. What is this? This is on Broadway. Knickerbocker and Broadway, wherever that is. I don't, guys, this is on Broadway. It's, I just think north of 31st Street, just a little bit. Anyway, if you guys are ever in the area, you should come to Monarch Coffee. It's one of my favorites. And so just sitting here at Monarch Coffee. But wanted to come to you guys with something real this morning. Something that's been on my mind for a while, that I've been struggling with. For a while, and wanted to come to you guys with it. Maybe as definitely a way that you might be able to relate. I'm hoping that this live today, that you might be able to relate to this. But I think it's also for me too. This is something today that I want to come out with and really talk about, not only hopefully to inspire you, but this is also for me. So let's get into it, guys. I think this is going to be a vulnerable live today, vulnerable live for me. So if you followed me, if you've heard me talk before, this goes back to several years ago, Those that go way back remember we all got together at KU Edwards campus, and I put on a panel, and this was like, I don't know, what was this, the early 2010s, whatever you would call that, but 2010, 11, 12, 13, something like that. But we went to the Edwards campus in their big auditorium there, and there were 200, 300 people there, and we had a panel of people, and we just talked about everyone's struggles. You remember this idea around everyone's struggles? And kind of the thought at the time, and still my thought is that I believe that we all struggle. Some of us struggle more than others, but we all struggle with something. And for me, this morning, I am struggling, and thought I would just be like, okay, this is a time where I just need to come out and I just need to talk to you guys about this, because I'm struggling today. I'm struggling with what I would call a shame spiral. I get something in my head that I don't feel good about myself, and I just continue to spiral down. And I've gone through about 3 or 4 things today, and I haven't felt good this morning. Part of the reason why I'm late to the game, late this morning, doing this, joining you guys, or you guys joining me live, is that I have been just delayed getting started this morning. So have there been things in the past that you have felt bad about, or maybe even now, and that your mind just stays focused on that, and then you find other things to feel bad about? This is something that I've struggled with for a while, and I'll be honest, I don't know that I've talked a whole lot about it. I'll be honest with you, and I don't think I've talked a whole lot about many of my struggles, and that hasn't felt good to me. Certainly, as I talk with other people about their struggles, I don't know that I've been totally open with you guys about my struggles. And I'll tell you, it is really behind the scenes. If you really followed me on a day-to-day basis, it hasn't felt good inside. Like, I haven't come out and talked to you guys about it, but it hasn't felt good inside. It's something that I'm starting to name as me being incongruent. So what you see on the outside is not how I feel on the inside. And part of that, I think a lot of it is just this idea. I'm comfortable talking about my struggles generally with friends and things. But as a professional, as a therapist, it is very difficult. At least I perceive it as being difficult. This idea about being professional and not talking about yourself, and then it imposing on other people. It's about, generally, kind of when I'm working with someone and things, it's about them. It's about them and the things that they're awesome about and the things that they're struggling with. And so it's really hard for me to talk about myself in that way, because I kind of feel selfish. I feel not only selfish that I'm talking to you about my struggles, because I'm really here to help you. I'm here to help you with your struggles. So it feels selfish to me to talk to you about my struggles. Even though I do struggle, I definitely do struggle. So it not only feels selfish to me, but it also feels just unprofessional. It feels unprofessional in some way.